y'all, it's your mom Silly here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. It's a special edition of a Dom Talk because today's a very big important day. But if you're new here, make sure you are sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe below, okay? I make new videos every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Let's begin. So today is Tuesday, September 15th, 2020, and it's the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month, which begins every year on September 15th and ends October 15th. Now, why is it begin in the middle of the year? Middle of the month, you ask? Actually, it started in 1968 by Congress as Hispanic Heritage Week, which is extended to a month in 1988. Celebration gets in the middle rather than the start of September because it coincides with the Independence Days in several Latin American countries, which is Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica, who all celebrate theirs on September 15th, followed by Mexico on September 16th, and Chile on September 18th, Belize on September 21st, and then also formerly Columbus Day, but now Dia de la Raza, or actually now we in US used to call it Indigenous Peoples Day, falls on every second Monday of October. So all that ties right into this time frame. Now, why is it important that we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month? We want to support, well, first we want to celebrate their contributions to our culture, and then also there are some key facts here. The U.S. Hispanic population reached 60.6 million in 2019, up from 50.7 million in 2010. This makes Hispanics the nation's second grossest racial or ethnic group after Asian Americans. Hispanics made up 18% of the U.S. population in 2019, up from 20% in 2010 and just 5% in 1970. Wow, it's a huge jump. The share of U.S. Hispanics with college experience has increased since 2010. Share of Latinos in the U.S. who speak English proficiently is growing. In 2018, 71% of Latinos ages 5 and older spoke English proficiently, up from 59% in 2000. U.S.-born Latinos are driving this growth, as their share on this measure has grown from 81% to 90% during this time. People of Mexican origin account for slightly over 60% of the nation's overall Hispanic population as of 2018. And then those next biggest ones are, we have Puerto Rican origin, second largest group at 5.8 million. Another 3.2 million live on the island. And then 6 other Hispanic origin groups have roughly 1 million or more people each: Cubans, Salvadorians, Dominicans, Guatemalans, Colombians, and Hondurans. Yeah. And the fastest population growth among U.S. Latinos has come from those with origins in Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Guatemala, and Honduras. And it says 4 and 5 Latinos are U.S. citizens. Looking at you, racist. See, 5 states are home to 2/3 of all eligible Latino voters in 2018. And then I think probably one of the biggest ones is that a record 32 million Latinos are predicted to be able to vote in 2020, up from 27.3 million in 2016, making them a very important voting bloc for both Democrats and Republicans and any group on it. I want to talk about a little bit about these Independence Days. I think it's interesting that, and there's really no, I've been searching for a little bit and I can't find an exact reason as to why all there's, how they all ended, because the date that they all broke free from the Spanish rule is September 15th of 1821. Even though I know El Salvador didn't become a country until its own separate country until 1839, I believe. There's no kind of set reason as to why all those countries have broken from Spain on that date. Plus the Parliament, President, looking in the history of El Salvador. Because I believe what had happened is In the 19th century, Napoleon's occupation of Spain led to the outbreak of revolts across Spanish America, New Spain, and all the fighting by those seeking independence was done at the center of that area from 1810 to 1821. What is today known as Central Mexico. Once the Viceroy was defeated in the capital city, today Mexico City, in 1821, news of independence were sent to all territories of New Spain, including the indecencies of the former captaincy of Guatemala. So the public proclamation was done through the Independence Act of 1821. The Declaration of Independence, it was the intention of New Spain Parliament to establish a commonwealth whereby the King of Spain, Ferdinand VII, will be Emperor of New Spain, but in which both countries would be governed by separate laws and with their own legislative offices. Should the king refuse the position, the law provided for a member of the House of Bourbon to accede the New Spain throne. King Ferdinand, however, did not recognize the independence and said that Spain would not allow any other European prince to take the throne of New Spain. So by request of Parliament, the president of the Regency, Agustin de Iturbide, was proclaimed Emperor of New Spain, but the Parliament decided to rename New Spain as Mexico. The Mexican Empire was given to this monarchical regime from 1821 to 1823. Territory of Mexican Empire was included the continental intendancies and provinces of New Spain proper, including those of the former captaincy of Guatemala, El Salvador, for incorporation to Mexico, petitioned the U.S. states government for statehood, but in 1823, a governmental revolution in Mexico ousted Emperor Agustin de Iturbide, and a new Mexican Congress voted to allow the Central American intendancies to decide their own fate. That year, the United Province of Central America was formed of the 5 Central American intendancies under General Miguel Jose Arce. The intendancies took the new name of states. So in 1832, Anastasio Aquino led an indigenous revolt against the criollos and mestizos in Santiago Nolauco, a small town in the province of La Paz. The source of the discontent of indigenous people was constant abuse and lack of land to cultivate. The problem of distribution has been a source of many political conflicts in Salvadoran history. The Central American Federation was dissolved in 1838, and El Salvador became an independent republic. I had to find more information about that. I mean, if you want me to do a video about the Central American Federation that they had before, like for these few years, leave a comment down below. Right, I'm gonna do a little video tomorrow about Mexican Independence Day, because their Independence Day is the 16th of September. But let's see quickly about Chile's. On September 18th of 1810, Chile broke from Spanish rule to declare their independence, although they were still theoretically loyal to King Ferdinand of Spain, then a captive of the French. The declaration eventually led to over a decade of violence and warring, which did not end until the last royalist stronghold fell in 1826. September 18th, celebrated in Chile as Independence Day. Interesting, because their Independence Day is 11 years before America's. Chile was a relatively small part, isolated part of the Spanish Empire, ruled by a governor called by the Spanish, who answered to the Viceroy in Buenos Aires, Argentina. De facto independence came in 1810. Came about as a result of a number of factors, including a corrupt governor, French occupation of Spain, and a growing sentiment for independence. I guess he looked to U.S. for inspiration. Because apparently Argentina had declared their independence in May of... Let me see. Okay, so there's the September 18th meeting. Okay. Chile's leading citizens called for a meeting on September 18th to discuss the future. 300 of Chile's leading citizens attended. Most were Spaniards or wealthy criollos from important families. At the meeting, they decided it was the path of to follow the path of Argentina to create an independent government, nominally royal to Ferdinand VII. A Spanish saw Spanish attendance solid for what it was, independence behind the veil of loyalty, but their differences were overruled. A junta was elected, and De Toro y Zamano was named president. I'll leave the source of this one down, like, of course, but let's see, celebrations. So today, December 18th is celebrated in Chile as their Independence Day. It is remembered with the Fiestas Patrias, or national parties. Celebrations kick off in early September and last for weeks. All over Chile, people can celebrate with food, parades, reenactments, dancing, music. National rodeo finals are held in Rancagua. Thousands of kites fill the air of Antofagasta. And Mule, and they play traditional games. And many other places have traditional celebrations. If you're going to Chile in middle September, so you're kind of in the city. So link down below but yeah, that's why it's an awesome time to learn a bit more about Hispanic culture this month and understand how their contributions to our culture in the U.S. and across the world. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you like this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Bye.